Hi, this is Kevin Brown with your 2 Minute Tuesday. Is the United States Constitution a fixed document? For that matter, is the Bible a fixed document? Or do they change with time? Take the United States Constitution, for instance. This is the document that literally sets the tone for how we're governed as a people. And right now, the Supreme Court of the United States determines what that document says in order to make decisions about how this country is governed. Now, this blanked out spot is the spot that Donald Trump has said, now our president, all along, that he is going to appoint a strict constructionist. In other words, someone who believes that the Constitution is fixed. In other words, it doesn't change with the winds of culture. So that the court, if this does take place, and there'll be a fight, believe me, but if he appoints a conservative that believes the Constitution is fixed in time and doesn't change with the culture, then we'll see the court continue to lean conservative, potentially. We'll see. Now, this goes back to the question about the Bible. Well, what about the Bible? Because people today, much as they would like to have a liberal on the court, they would like to see the Bible interpreted liberally based on the changing winds of culture. Does the Bible change with time? Absolutely not. Because God does not change. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. And He's not dumb, and He knew what He was breathing in to mankind to write His Word. And there are proper hermeneutics. Do you know that phrase? Biblical hermeneutics. It is the science of properly interpreting the various types of literature found in the Bible. Proper application of these principles provide protection from incorrectly interpreting the passage of Scripture. And so there are proper hermeneutics that must be discussed. And this is for any historical document. There must be the use of proper grammatical rules, syntax, literary style, context, and historical setting. Take, for instance, Homer's Iliad and Homer's Odyssey. Should we interpret what Homer said in the Iliad and the Odyssey? It also is a writing of antiquity like the Bible. Should we change it based on what we think the culture says today? Would we change Caesar's Gallic Wars, a writing of antiquity, based on what we think it says today? Or do we still teach in our high schools that, well, the Iliad said this and the Odyssey said this? Well, folks, why not the Bible and the Constitution? I'll tell you why we want to change it. We want to change it to fit our culture. We want to change it to fit our desires. And when we do that, we are trying to change objective truth. You see, your conscience may be clear about your conclusions, but ultimately your conscience does not decide objective truth. And when you and I try to read into a document, whether it be the Constitution or the Bible, what we want it to say, that is not proper hermeneutics. It says what it says, and it means what it means, as was intended by the original authors of that document. And that, my dear friends, is proper hermeneutics. This has been Kevin Brown with your 2 Minute Tuesday.